It's a remarkable scene. Michael Carrick, a United legend and now head coach, is deciding whether to give Marcus Rashford another chance.
Marcus Rashford is back.
Even as Old Trafford is split on the idea.
Rashford, I won't take him back for anything. Straight up. You cannot bite the hand that feeds you.
He's back in the squad. I can't believe it.
Carrick spent 12 seasons at United and played 464 games for the club.
It's Michael Carrick. Yes! His first Manchester United goal.
He knows the magic of United from every angle. As a player, coach, and brief caretaker manager. In January 2026, Carrick took over a struggling team, and by May, it be confirmed as the permanent head coach.
It has now been confirmed that Michael Carrick will remain as manager next season. His contract will now go for 2 years until 2028.
He restored spirit to a low-confidence squad and delivered Champions League qualifications. So when it comes to Rashford, Carrick really does understand what United is and what its supporters want.
I will never take him in United. He's not good enough to play for Man United.
He is. Who,
I'm
Rashford?
telling you that.
We have to go back to February 2016. United were depleted by injury, and the 80-year-old academy kid got his chance. In his very first game, the Europa League tie against Midtjylland, Rashford scored 2 goals in the 5-1 rout.
Memphis bouncing around, Mata to cut it back again, and Rashford! Clever movement so far from Manchester United, and there he is again!
3 days later, in his Premier League debut, he scored twice against Arsenal.
Mata goes in. 1-0. Back into the danger. Rashford! He couldn't make this up. I don't believe it.
Days later, he scored the winner in the Manchester derby, becoming the youngest scorer in that fixture's Premier League history.
Rashford. Oh, it's great skill. Through here. Fantastic strike.
It felt like a fairy tale. He was a local lad, born and raised in Manchester, an academy graduate thrown into the fire who immediately started winning games. To United fans, it was huge. They weren't looking at a £50 million superstar signing, but at one of their own.
Marcus, you are the Barclays man of the match on your Premier League debut. Michael, you did the honours.
Well done, mate. Fantastic. Just keep scoring, eh?
That spring of 2016, Rashford didn't just seem talented, he symbolized hope. He represented Manchester United's future, a bruising and blossoming English striker from the youth ranks, filling the void after Ferguson's era. He helped United win an FA Cup that year.
After 12 years and for a 12th time, reunited with the FA Cup.
And over the next few seasons, he established himself as one of the club stars.
In towards Rashford. Rashford with a chance. A little bit of space. Rashford. Still Rashford.
But as the years passed, the story changed. Expectations ballooned, and Rashford's performances grew inconsistent. Injuries and managerial upheavals at United meant it was never a constant presence up front. Crucially, the relationship between Rashford and many supporters shifted, not necessarily because he suddenly became a bad player, but because the trust faded. By early 2024, some fans saw a talented striker would never fully deliver on his early promise. Others saw a player still in need of a chance.
By himself, Rashford is an oxymoron in a way that is crazy, but you have to separate the man to the player. As a man, he never forgot what happened to him when he was young, and it's why he's helped his communities and giving gifts to people, to kids for Christmas. That's huge. That's fantastic. But he forgot that as a player. He's not hungry anymore. He doesn't want to fight for that.
Ultimately, it came to a head in late 2024. Rashford hasn't played for Manchester United since December 2024, after Ruben Amorim took over as manager. Reports say Rashford fell out of favor. Amorim publicly questioned his work rate and preferred to leave him out.
You can look at our team and imagine the profile of the players, you know? Now imagine a talent like Rashford. Our team should be so much better with Rashford. But this Rashford, he has to change. If he change, we are more than welcome to put a talent like Rashford.
In January 2025, Rashford was set on loan to Aston Villa.
Well, some big breaking news. It has now been confirmed that Marcus Rashford will sign for Aston Villa on loan until the end of the season.
Rashford spent the second half of 2024-25 at Villa and then moved on loan again for 2025-26 to Barcelona. At Camp Nou, he actually enjoyed something of a renaissance, playing regularly under Hansi Flick, scoring goals, showing he could still perform at a high level.
You can see possession in that sort of area to a man like Rashford in the form that he's in. It's absolutely sensational. Rashford's kick finds the back of the net. It's another Champions League goal. Barcelona form.
He's found Olmo. Back to Marcus Rashford. Rashford! Made by Rashford, finished by Rashford.
But in the end, Barca opted not to make the deal permanent. The €30 million buy option expired on June 15, and Barcelona simply chose not to activate it. Suddenly, Rashford's future was uncertain again. The possibility of a return to Old Trafford loomed large.
He fell out with the supporters. He didn't play particularly well for a couple of years. He didn't look as though he was putting in full effort. I think that was because he'd lost his confidence. He's lost his mojo completely. I think that would be a backward move for him. I don't think he wants to go back to Manchester United. I don't think he'll improve his game there.
Listen, the best thing that can happen to him is he just says, whatever it takes for me to go to Barcelona for his career. Because if he doesn't and he ends up back at United or he ends up going somewhere else, that's to me that would be the end of him.
So here's the fascinating contradiction. Carrick knows Manchester United and its supporters. He watched Rashford become a youth idol. He lived through the bitterness and disappointment that followed. He understands the pressure on players at this club, and he knows how unforgiving the Old Trafford crowd can be. And yet, now Carrick seems open, even eager to give Rashford another shot.
I've known Marcus a long time, and you know, he gives us something a little bit different, and he's been in great spirits since he's been back. He's been back 2 or 3 days, trained, and it's just pretty normal, to be honest. And we're looking forward to the start of the season.
This is where Carrick's William Bell comes in. It's not just a tactical question of whether Rashford can score goals. It's a question of relationships and trust. Can Rashford and United rebuild what was lost? Can Rashford adapt his game to the current demands of the team? And perhaps most importantly, can Carrick manage the expectations around him? If he will introduce Rashford, he'll need to ensure that the player doesn't try to be the teenage prodigy all over again. Rashford's best chance now might be as a mature professional, not as a fresh fit revolutionary.
Marcus Rashford did not leave Man United originally in ceremonious terms, right? It's not like he left as a hero. It's not like the club got an offer too big to reject. It's not like he had won everything at the club and said, you know what, it's time for a new journey. No, Marcus Rashford was forced out of Man United, and on top of that, he wanted to leave, right? The relationship was broken by the time Rashford left for Aston Villa.
He wanted to stay at Barcelona.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's rubbing a lot of Manchester United fans, up the wrong way, because he said, I'm ready for a new challenge. And then, of course, when asked and posed the question towards the end of last season, a reporter said to him, you know, what do you want to happen? He said, I'm not a magician, but if I was, I would stay here. But let's see what happens.
Carrick knows exactly what fans think of Rashford. He knows they remember the kid who burst on the scene. 2 goals on debut, a derby winner, a young face of the club. He knows they remember how quickly that excitement turned to doubt. That's why his willingness to consider Rashford's return is so intriguing. Maybe Carrick still sees in Rashford what so many stopped seeing. A player with natural talent and experience who just needed the right environment. Or maybe Carrick believes in giving players a final chance when he genuinely thinks it can work. The truth is, only Carrick fully knows why he's kept the door open. And if you like this video, subscribe for more football stories like this.